All right, welcome. This is what we're looking at right now. Let's do our initial scoop for foam. Not really much of anything. As you can see, it just flops right in. So we'll give it a nice stir. We don't have very much juice this morning. That's my fault. I'm kind of running out of vegetables and everything, and we didn't use any melons this morning. That's pretty good. You can taste the apple. All right, we got two apples. So let's recap what's in this beautiful drink. We have carrots, sweet potato, broccoli, apple, kiwi, strawberry. That's what I'm smelling. I'm smelling the broccoli. Can't really taste it, but I can smell it. You know how broccoli has that like vegetable dirt kind of smell? I don't really know how else to put it besides broccoli has a dirt smell, right? Like it's a very distinct broccoli smell. It's very sweet. Um, yeah, it kind of it's not foamy as in a bad way. Remember, we have the sweet potato in here, and if you've watched other videos, then you kind of understand how sweet potato kind of makes things chalky, right? So my mouth is a little chalky, but it's the sweet potato also provides a lot of sweetness, right? Obviously, sweet potato. So with the sweetness of and surprisingly, carrots have a lot of sweetness as well. So this drink, for if you're trying to find a substitute for sugar, this is really sweet. All right. So it's not it's not all right, so let me give you a quick example. When I was in Colombia, South America, they have like regular juice, like orange juice, and then there's also Tropicana, right, which is American. So before I used to always get the Tropicana, but then my friend, she told me like this is really sweet. Now, I never had paid attention to it. It's just that's what orange juice tastes like to me, Tropicana. But then when you try the other stuff, it's kind of bitter and it's not as sweet. There's still sugar in it, but it's not added sugar, right? So this right here, it's really sweet, but it's not added sugar sweet, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's no yeah, it's the consistency of the sweet potato again, since it is so starchy. I guess it's starch. I could be wrong. Could be fiber. I don't know. But it's leaving that chalky, dry feeling in my mouth, like what we've become accustomed to. The I think let me give it another shot. It's good though. It's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's good. I wouldn't think that an orange drink like this would be very good, but it is. Now there's a distinct flavor in here. I can't pinpoint it. I can't, and that's it's almost it's really frustrating. Now, when I took that last deep gulp and then breathe air out, I could taste the broccoli. Like it could like it. There was a distinct broccoli taste. But other than that, I if you were to tell me there's broccoli in this, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't believe you. I mean, mind you, it's just the juice, so it's not really like it's actual broccoli. But if we're getting the nutrients of everything, like here's this is kind of where my stance is. We've been doing this. This is week number 3. If I can like separate the drinks, because drinking 3 of them in a day, that's a lot of water. Let me get this back in the picture. I haven't been able to do 3 in a day. Maybe like once or twice I've been able to squeeze three juicings in a day, but it is massive. It is a lot of liquid going into my body, which my body's not used to, and then I'm also hungry, so it's like a double whammy. But I'm not 100% sold that I'm getting any nutrients into my body. Now, I know that sounds retarded or stupid, excuse me. And I know that I'm putting something into my body. Part of me is, it's just so slow in a sense, right? Is it's not instant gratification, so I'm not noticing any like instant change. Now, what also makes this difficult is because I'm changing ingredients on a daily basis or even on a session basis. So, like, I haven't had bok choy in what, 5 days. So, if I were to just eat bok choy and drink the bok choy juice consistently, then I'd probably understand and see the effects of bok choy faster. But since I'm changing the nutrients and changing the fruits and changing the vegetables, then I'm giving myself a cocktail, a nutrition cocktail, which I don't know if I'm being productive while doing this or if I'm being counterproductive. However, we're going to continuously do this, but I guess where I'm getting at is this. I'm working on hydration, right? Because there's no possible way drinking all these juices I'm not working on hydration. So that's a positive. If nutrition is going into my system with all these different drinks that I'm coming up with, then it's a great supplement for anything else, right? Because I swear to you, if you were to drink 3 of these, you're not going to drink soda. You just don't have enough space in your system, right? You're like 3 of these a day. I'm waking up. It's before what I think it's before 5 o'clock in the morning right now, having my first drink so that I can squeeze in 2 more throughout the rest of the day because it takes a minute for this to go through my system, right? So if you were to drink 3 of these in a day, it's going to solve a lot of your problems, not in the fact of, oh, I'm fat and I'm trying to get skinny, just on the sugar intake and the not having enough room in your system, right? You're going to be, if you were to try to drink 4 of these, yeah, right, you're going to be peeing all day long. You're spending most of your time in the bathroom just because of how much fluids you're putting into your system. Now, the benefit of the nutrition, that's great, but we can't see that. We can't gauge that at the moment. So we can only gauge off of the things that we know. And what we do know is that hydrating ourselves is a good thing. And, it's giving us our sugar, bunny quotes, or whatever. It's giving us a decent sugar intake because of the natural sugars, which is supplement, or it's basically satisfying my cravings for sugar for a sense. Right now, I'm not 100% sure I'm not going to jump off of this and go to the store and go grab a coffee, which I probably will. But the more I drink these, the better, the more hydrated I'm going to be. The more enjoyable it is, because it's kind of like working out. Once you get yourself into a routine, then it just becomes second nature. So this is a much healthier routine than, let's say, drinking or smoking. So whether or not this truly has nutritional benefits or whatever, that doesn't matter, because what is, when you're thinking of things, what is the alternative? If the alternative is carbonated sugar, then this is much better. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I might not be Popeye the Sailor Man and have big muscles and everything after this, but what I am doing is I'm transforming my mind and one, hydrating it more, shooting myself with nutrients, maybe not, but it's a better habit. It's a better habit to have than other vices. So it's really just think of what is the alternative. Don't always think about what, well, it's not doing what you need it to do. Well, what's the alternative? If it's better than an alternative, then stick with it. All right. Since I was a little bit long-winded, little lecture, still got quite a bit of juice, and we're already over time, so I'm gonna drink this pretty fast. Yep. There's not very much foam in here either, so I'll be able to drink most of it. And there she goes.